isn't playing coy with how she feels about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's interview with Oprah Winfrey, which aired on CBS on March 7, 2021. An unnamed source speaking for the Queen called the focus on the conversation a circus, with everything else that's going on in the world. The source said to the Sunday Times, "What should Monday really be about? Children going back to school, the effectiveness of the vaccine program. These are the big issues the royal family wants to focus on, not news about the circus that is Oprah and all things Sussex." The same source told The Times that the Queen won't be watching the interview, so royal watchers hanging on to the belief that the royal might be hate-watching her grandson's interview might want to rethink that notion. The source claimed to the newspaper, "You will see next week Her Majesty has quite a few things going on. I don't think anyone should expect Her Majesty to stay up and watch the interview. She won't." Of course, the Queen does have plenty going on in her life, but her grandson is also giving a pretty highly anticipated tell-all interview. Still, the royal family appears to be doing damage control ahead of the CBS broadcast. What's the best way to distract from bad press? Change the subject, of course. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were expected to share some not-so-favourable comments about the royal family with Oprah Winfrey, so the timing of a palace insider claiming Meghan was a bully to her staff is raising eyebrows. On March 2, 2021, just 5 days before Meghan and Harry's Oprah interview, royal aides shared with the Sunday Times that former communications secretary Jason Nauf had sent an email to Prince William's staff in 2018, claiming that Meghan was able to bully 2 PAs out of the household in the past year. Nauf also wrote that the Duchess seems intent on always having someone in her sights, per the Times. However, Meghan's rep accused palace insiders of a calculated smear campaign after the bullying claims were made public. Meghan's rep said in a statement provided to multiple outlets, including The Times, "The Duchess is saddened by this latest attack on her character, particularly as someone who has been the target of bullying herself and is deeply committed to supporting those who have experienced pain and trauma." And if that weren't contentious enough, Buckingham Palace responded to the bullying claims. The palace said in a statement, per the Daily Mail, "We are clearly very concerned about allegations in The Times following claims made by former staff of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex." Not exactly a ringing message of support for the former royals. It might seem extreme for the Queen's sources to call the attention surrounding Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's interview with Oprah Winfrey a circus, but the couple's decision to step back from the royal family in January 2020 really was unprecedented. So it's only natural that palace insiders seem to be doing damage control ahead of the tell-all interview. As the thinking goes, things must have been pretty bad for Harry to want to give up his royal duties. Plus, there have been reports that Queen Elizabeth II and Prince William are unsurprisingly furious about Meghan and Harry's Oprah interview. An unnamed insider said to Us Weekly, they feel that by sharing Harry and Meghan's side of the story, the entire royal family will be painted in an unfair way. But after years of being maligned in the British press, it's to be expected that Meghan and Harry want to share their side of the situation too. The interview probably won't make the Queen happy, but the couple is doing what they think is best for them. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more Nikki.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's primetime interview with Oprah Winfrey on CBS was heavily anticipated, and it delivered on the hype. This 2-hour encounter was full of bombshells and shocking accusations. Here are the biggest revelations from Harry and Meghan's Oprah interview. On May 19, 2018, the storybook romance of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle reached a new peak with an elaborate grand wedding straight out of a fairy tale. The groom wore his military dress uniform, while the bride wore a stunning white Givenchy gown. And in front of an exclusive guest list of around 600 people, the couple said their vows at the charming St. George's Chapel. All of that, however, was expensive pomp and circumstance. It wasn't a real wedding, merely one performed for the public.
This wasn't our day. This was the day that was planned for the world.
In their 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey, who also happened to be one of the most famous guests at the high-profile ceremony, the fact emerged that Harry and Meghan had actually gotten hitched 3 days earlier in a private, intimate, and romantic ceremony at home. While their royal wedding ceremony may have been broadcast all around the world, Meghan said that the vows they have framed for their own family photo album are just the two of them in their backyard. 5 months after their wedding for the ages, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced that they'd soon be first-time parents. Markle gave birth in May 2019 at Portland Hospital in London. While that's usually a very happy event, and when royals are concerned, a newsworthy one, Meghan's pregnancy and subsequent early motherhood came with a whole world of extra stress and pain surrounding Archie's fate as a member of the royal family. According to Meghan's interview with Oprah Winfrey, the Duchess of Sussex said that before her son was born, she was told by officials that he would not receive an official royal title.
And that was when they were saying they didn't want him to be a prince or a princess, not knowing what the gender would be, which would be different from protocol.
More alarming, Meghan says she learned that lack of royal title meant that her child wasn't going to receive any kind of security detail. A tense and frightening notion for such a highly scrutinized and intensely followed public figure.
That your son and Harry, Prince Harry's son, was not going to receive security?
That's right.
Meghan, whose father is Caucasian and mother is African American, identifies as a biracial woman. This fact allegedly resulted in some racially charged conversations about baby Archie in the months before his birth. Someone in the royal family organization expressed to Harry their concerns about the potential skin color of Harry and Meghan's first child.
That conversation I'm never going to share. But at the time it was awkward. I was a bit shocked.
And he wasn't the only one. Winfrey herself was clearly stunned when Meghan dropped the bombshell claim. Neither member of the couple was willing to name the person or persons who raised the issue of Archie's skin color.
And you're not going to tell me who had the conversation?
I think that would be very damaging to them.
Early on in Meghan and Harry's relationship, tabloids in the UK and the US both widely reported a suggestive story surrounding Harry and Meghan's wedding in spring 2018. While the specifics were largely shrouded in mystery, the story went that Meghan had a major disagreement with Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, otherwise known as the former Kate Middleton, and wife of Harry's brother, Prince William. Media outlets reported that the encounter had reduced Catherine to tears, painting Meghan as a villainous bridezilla type. Meghan attempted to clear the air and explain what really went down during her exclusive interview with Oprah Winfrey. Meghan confirmed that one of the two parties involved cried just before her royal wedding, but that it wasn't Catherine. It was actually she herself who had cried. Meghan said,
A few days before the wedding, she was upset about something pertaining to, yes, the issue was correct, about flower girl dresses, and it made me cry.
Winfrey wanted to hear more about the small fight, but Meghan demurred.
I don't think it's fair to her to get into the details of that because she apologized.
Okay.
And I've forgiven her.
Meghan called the whole ordeal a turning point and spread the blame equally for the allegedly false story between the media and royal officials who ordered silence over the matter.
Everyone in the institution knew it wasn't true.
So why didn't somebody just say that?
It's a good question.
Prince Harry admitted in his interview with Oprah Winfrey that he had no choice but to give up royal service and move to Meghan Markle's home of North America. More alarmingly, Meghan revealed that the lack of freedom, general hostility, and racism from the British tabloid media, as well as an alleged lack of concern from the royal family for her well-being, left Meghan feeling hopelessly trapped in a life she didn't want to live. She even considered suicide. She said in her interview with Oprah, "I was really